Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Chassidus in the morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. Stop by giving tzedakah, gedel tzedakah, mekarev geula. And this whole series is in Zchus of all the Yidden Eretz Yisroel and all the soldiers. That there should be enough of them, unfortunately, passing away, and all the hostages should be good. And specifically, we're gonna focus on Omar ben Sheli. That it should be healthy and safe. Should come back off this galus, this crazy situation, and also Yitzchak and Simcha. Yeah, so let's continue. Today we're going to talk about. We'll finish this ice, and then we'll go to the second parak in this Mammer. And we'll finish this Mammer and this parak in Mammer Yudalad, and then we're going to go on to the next parak base. Very, very interesting. So basically, we're talking about there's sort of 2 points that we're bringing out here that we're going to talk about today. Now, one of it is those 2 points we said a person has this struggle for the nefesh of Bahamas is so strong, and it's and has this natural fire and passion, so it's very hard to tame. And we said the environment and people, and that's what people blame. They blame these 2 reasons why they're not where they're supposed to. I can't control myself. It's too hard. My passions are so strong, or my environment's not good. So, and that's what sort of we're answering these 2 points. But so now that we've been talking about in Yudalad, in Mammer Yudalad, we're showing how the nefesh kiss is really higher, comes from a deeper place, and really it has the ability to overcome nefesh Bahamas. So therefore, the excuse that we give ourselves that we're just very passionate people. And this is sort of, I think one way we can see this when people say, you don't understand, my Yitzhar is much stronger. So he's saying this is no excuse. It's irrelevant. And if anything, let's say Yitzhar is taka stronger. So you also have the ability to overcome it. Your nefesh kiss is, so to speak, stronger. Meaning it's commensurate. The whole purpose of the nefesh kiss is put in there to help you against this nefesh Bahamas. So we can never say that it's too hard. We might find it very hard, but it's a very important, way we speak to ourselves is we shouldn't say it's too hard. Because first of all, Buddha is not true, and second of all, it doesn't help us. When we say it's too hard, we touch ourselves, we can give up. It's too hard. I don't need to be able to do anything. I'm good. And then I have a free ticket to do whatever I want because it's too hard. And that's why it's very important not to say that. Let's see. If so, that the nefesh l'kiss is really higher and has the capability to overcome nefesh Bahamas. So batla hataina. So then we nullify this excuse or this the excuse. The excuse of saying that my nature, I'm very hot-blooded. Being that the nefesh l'kiss is coming from a higher place, its source is higher than the nefesh Bahamas. And it has from its source that precedes the nefesh Bahamas. Same case, if so, with this ability, nefesh Bahamas, it has the ability to overcome the nefesh Bahamas. I feel and even if you can say, but my nefesh Bahamas is very strong. It's you don't understand what it's like. It's crazy. When I want something, there's nothing getting away with it. And this is all coming from the level of toyu. That's where the nefesh Bahamas comes from. And it's sourced in the klipas noiga. So v'im kein nefesh l'kis the sharsha kadim yoser l'maylo mibechinas toyu harei yesh boy koyach v'chazak gadol lizgaber love. But being that the nefesh l'kis comes from a level that's above toyu, higher than toyu, so therefore it has the ability more. The what is it? Anything you can do, I can do better. You think you're so great. You come from toyu. I come even before toyu, and that's the reality. The nefesh l'kis is coming from a higher place. So therefore, it has the ability. As strong as the nefesh Bahamas is going to be, it has the ability to overcome that nefesh Bahamas. And therefore, even when your nature, you're very passionate, very strong. For sure, your nefesh al-kis is even stronger. So as strong as the nefesh of Hamas is going to be, the nefesh al-kis is always going to be stronger. And therefore, you can overcome that challenge. And therefore, we have to say to ourselves, I can do it. And this is an important fact. And, a lot of what we're learning, it goes down to sort of analyzing ourselves and recognizing where do we define ourselves and how do we define ourselves and how are we doing this? Are we giving in? Are we not giving in? Are we overcoming this battle? The reality is this battle happens. It's always happening. The question is, are we aware of it? Is it in our conscious mind or subconscious? Subconsciously we say, and you hear this, and like people say, I want money. I have a lot of money. But then you hear them talk to them, like, so to speak, that inner voice is saying, I'm never going to have a lot of money, or whatever it is, and that's just one example. I want to be chassidish. Or it's like, when you, on the shidduchim resume, chassidish but normal. Like, what does that mean? Like, is chassidish not normal? Like, it's like, what does it mean chassidish normal? But essentially, it's like, but it's saying, I'm chassidish, but I don't mean too chassidish. And so what was showing here is that we can overcome that voice. I can be chassidish. Of course, chassidish doesn't mean being crazy. It means living a good, wholesome life. It doesn't mean just like, I'm poor or something, chas v'shalom, or like I'm dirty. So I can be chassidish. And I'm normal. You can write not chassidish, but normal, chassidish and normal. Anyway, the point is, we're showing here that the nefesh of Bahamas we have no excuse that we can say to us, to say, it's too strong. I can't do these mitzvahs. No, I can't overcome. Like, I know I should go to bed on time, but I just can't. It's too hard for me. Like, I know I shouldn't eat this, but I just can't handle it. I need to eat it. It's not true. And it's beferish. It's outright not true. You can. Now, it could be other issues. Why do I want to eat the tub of ice cream? Because of whatever happens. So we have to deal with them. But realizing that we have the control, we have the ability to control ourselves and not give in. That's what we're learning here. Ella, shezeh totally b'cheres adam, and this is the point. But this is all dependent on us. She'im rutzeinei be'emes livli lasu midech Hashem. If we in truth don't want to go away from the path of Hashem, we can arouse within ourselves of sakayach hechazak shal nefesh elokis. The strong, the strength, this powerful strength of the nefesh elokis that overcomes nefesh bahamis. We have the ability. The question is, do we want to? And this is what we were talking about before. We say, yeah, of course I want to. But then when we look at ourselves and we hear, we listen, we pay attention to that voice, suddenly we see, hey, we're not acting like we want to. We say we want to, I want to go to bed, but then we say, come, let's watch this movie. And we don't recognize, we don't see it. That's sort of the challenge. And this is the point I'm trying to say is, and this is what he's trying to show us here. Do you really want to? Do you really want to? I want to get up in the morning and go and join Shiur. And it's like 2 a.m. It's just one more video. So do you really want to get up? And that's what we've got to recognize. And then we can overcome nefesh Bahamis, no problems. His gabrus hachoim hativi shal nefesh Bahamis, and this that we say that we're not able to overcome this fiery passion of nefesh Bahamis. It's too passionate, too emotional. I can't talk to it. It's just because we're not arousing the ability of the nefesh elokis. Yeah. Ki milamayla nitan loy koyach lamoid nega nefesh Bahamis. Because from above, we've been given the ability, like we've just been proven, to overcome nefesh Bahamis. Well, this Gabriel love and to overcome it. Rak boy hadavar tali. It's only dependent on us, which is very much like it says in Maslagani. Bachem tali hadavar. Depending on us. We need to recognize, do we really want to? That we have to rouse the strength of nefesh elokis. And what we're learning is we have to recognize that we have a nefesh l'kis that's strong. We can do it. We can overcome all the challenges, all the Yetzer Hara that we have. We can overcome it. I'm not, and I think it doesn't mean that tomorrow we're perfect, no problems, no issues. It's a matter of time. It takes time, but it's the time period is recognizing when it's happening, and then what I'm meant to be telling myself, and having this for bringing and say, hey, I have a nefesh l'kis. And nefesh l'kis is stronger than nefesh Bahamas, and I can overcome this. And do I really want to get up? And say, yeah, I really want to get up. So let's go. We're going to go to bed now. Okay, I'm going to turn it off, whatever it is. I'm going to stop whatever I'm doing and go. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. Okay, Kitzur. HaNefesh Bahamas. Sharshay Batoyu. The Nefesh Bahamas is sources in Toyu. Uvi Klippas Nega, and in Klippas Nega. When men or boys are midas, arois, the kas, the gaiva, the taiva, the tainugim. And from it comes all the evil attributes of Ingo, Gaiva, Taivas, some pleasures, and Tainugim, indulgence, Halus, frivolity, Litanus, like, from what, how do you, that's frivolty, scoffing, Hispyrus, divine Talim, and boastfulness and idle talk, Va'atzlus and sadness, Va'atzlus, depression, the Hamides, Rachamanus, but also has mercy and kindness. A nefesh l'kis, whereas the nefesh l'kis, Sharshay, L'mayla mitayu, it comes from above level of tayu. Chelek l'kam mimal mamish, literally a part of Hashem. Shavua here on this earth that we give to nefesh l'kis, it's the ability that it gives us to arouse these deep-seated abilities, strengths. There's gabel nefesh Bahamas to overcome nefesh Bahamas. We have the ability, we can do it. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so that was all the excuse that we give ourselves, that we say it's too hard, nefesh Bahamas is too strong. It really wants, you don't understand. It's just I'm very passionate. So that's we got rid of that argument. The other argument was the surroundings, the environments. Let's see. Parak base. In the second excuse, that someone else caused me to do it. They persuaded me, convinced me. This is not a true argument. We can't blame others. There's a sikha I learned a few weeks ago. And the Rebbe basically says about tshuva that the true tshuva is not because of anything that's causing the tshuva. If you're suffering, so you do tshuva, that's not the truest form of tshuva. The truest form of tshuva is that you recognize by yourself that you need the tshuva, and you take ownership over your mistakes. And it's sort of the same thing here. Because really, in truth, how did you get to this place? And how did you get in the first place? You shouldn't have bad people, bad friends. Russia, and don't connect with them. Don't hang out with bad people. It's a very important point. We have to recognize who are we surrounding ourselves with. Are we surrounding ourselves with people that are positive influences in our lives, that are living lives that we want to emulate, or are we surrounding ourselves with people that are in the opposite of that? And also, what are we doing to our friends? Are we lifting them up, bringing that source of inspiration, or are we part of the problem? Because many friends do. Good friends bring good to the person. You hang out with people that are trying to connect with Hashem, trying to learn Torah and do mitzvahs. So that will push you into that direction. Whereas, besides the fact that you learn with your friends and you hang out with your friends and you're gaining from them, says better two than one. Learning with the chavros is always better. As it says in Masech Brachos, al pasuk cherev el habadim, like it says in the pasuk that a cherev, that a sword el habadim, to the sorcerers. Hine Levad zois ma sheyidabru yirei Hashem ish oreyu. Besides the fact that people that are trying to connect to Hashem will speak amongst each other, like a Farbrengen. Zeh poel habim has a very big effect. You hear someone else talking about how they're trying to work on themselves, and it inspires you to work on yourself. Adam also because of the fact that we don't see our issues. It's very hard to recognize our faults. Because of the love that we have for ourselves. Because of all the love covers over all our faults. So it's hard to see any faults we have. So but we love ourselves. We don't see our issues. But your friend knows a lot more than us, sees a lot more than us, and it can be honest with us. And also rebukes us, but in a nice way, of course, because of the love, because we have this camaraderie, with this friendship. We're hanging out with good people. Also, meaning also very simply, if this is happening, it's not like someone comes and tells you off, but if someone comes and I say, I think I have a big problem. And you're like, what are you talking about? That's not a problem. Like, you're fine. Well, like, you can do it. It's not a big deal. Like I believe in you. Things like that. Doesn't mean just telling people off. Also, we talk from our hearts. It's all good what you're doing. Come on, like go to bed on time so you can wake up on time. Like, come on, like don't do that. You're ruining it. Don't ruin yourself. But in a very nice and loving way. This is the way to go in the straight and narrow. This all affects good in the person. So recognizing that we have to say to ourselves that we shouldn't use the excuse of other people caused it, because we have to recognize, are we hanging out with the right people? And this is very important, especially let's say in shidduchim. You don't hang out with people that are all negative about shidduchim. It's not going to help you. Finding people that are positive. I remember one year, just to finish it off, that we had a Shabbaton like 2 years ago, and we had a whole discussion about shidduchim. And one of the girls, she said, I'm leaving. Like, we were learning, we're finishing up the Chassidus. She's like, I'm going. So like, well, what happened? She's like, I didn't come in. I came in to learn Chassidus. She's like, I don't have any trauma from shidduchim, so I don't want to get any trauma from shidduchim, and I'm leaving. And that was a very healthy thing for him. And Baruch Hashem, she's married now with a kid. 2 years later, and it worked. But the point that we have to recognize: are we hanging out with people that are being positive influences on us, and that we're gaining from, or they're feeding to the negativity? Anyway, to be continued tomorrow. Have an amazing day.